Even those who are not interested in military history know about the German ๊tiːɡৰীষ্ট tank of the Second World War. This car was a very serious machine indeed. Suffice it to say that the appearance of tigers on the front forced the fighters of all Allied armies to develop quite specific methods of fighting them. The German Tiger had two important aspects that made it an extremely formidable opponent on the battlefield, especially in the first half of World War II. It's about its armor and guns, of course. Let's start with the tank's clothes. Up until 1943, the armor of the German heavy tank was essentially unmatched and made the tank de facto invulnerable to most types of anti-tank guns. The hull frontal armor was 100 mm thick, the side and stern armor was 80 mm thick. Even by the standards of heavy tanks, that was a lot. At the beginning of the war, the field anti-tank artillery of the Soviet Union and its allies, as well as the tank guns, could do nothing at all to the Tiger, with rare exceptions when exceptional conditions form. Now, as for the gun. The Tigers were equipped with 88 mm cannon with a barrel length of 56 caliber. Armor-piercing shell of this gun at a distance of 1,000 meters penetrated the armor 115 mm, and subcaliber shell at a distance of 500 meters to 180 mm. As you realize, the Tiger had a cannon, which without any problems stopped often from the first hit any light, medium and even some heavy tanks of the anti-Hitler coalition. Only the Soviet KV-1 could withstand a German shell from an 88 mm cannon. However, in the long run of the battle, even this formidable machine didn't stand a chance against the Tiger. The powerful cannon together with the already mentioned armor turned the Tiger into a real punishing sword of the Third Reich. In addition, the Tiger had a rather comfortable ergonomic interior, which affected the effectiveness of combat. Finally, only the best crews in the armored forces of the Third Reich operated these tanks. Notably, unlike the Soviet Union and its allies, the Third Reich's heavy Tigers were never positioned as breakout vehicles. Throughout the war they were in the position of reinforcement tanks for line units. True, we should not forget that the Tigers' dominance of the food chain on the World War II battlefields lasted until about 1943. When the first as-ones appeared on the Eastern Front, it became clear that German heavy tanks could no longer be feared. And when the as-2 came on the field, it turned out that the 88 mm gun of the German machine could not penetrate the armor of the new Soviet heavy tank. Moreover, the Soviet Union at the beginning of the war relied on medium tanks and self-propelled artillery units rather than heavy tanks. The idea of the Soviet command was that German heavy tanks should not be fought at all. With tanks, the task of medium tanks is to break through positions and support advancing infantry. In a maneuverable war, which was World War II, fast and maneuverable vehicles proved to be much more valuable than heavy but powerful ones both tactically and strategically. For Tigers, the Soviet command in 1943, the Soviet command has saved an unpleasant surprise in the form of a new self-propelled unit Su-85 and appeared a little later self-propelled unit Su-100. Both self-propelled guns performed well against 100 mm armor. Finally, a worthy rival to the Tiger was the Soviet tank KV-85. The medium-sized T-34s and 85s that appeared in 1944 still didn't stand a chance against the heavy Germans one-on-one. However, the massive Soviet vehicles and the reliance on infantry support made the Wehrmacht heavy tanks easy prey. Field anti-tank artillery also developed in parallel. Friends, it's very important for us to know that you like or, on the contrary, dislike our videos. So we ask you to leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to support our project, then subscribe to our channel. We're done here. Thank you for watching this video to the end.